Welcome to Aaron Plays. This will be episode 9 of my Fire in the Lake playthrough with me playing as the US and the other 3 factions being played by the Tru'ng expansion bots. In the last episode we had the VC doing some taxing and some terror, and myself actually playing the event on the card, which allowed me to deal with the invasion of Tru'ng by the NVA and gave them a bloody nose. So moving on to this card, Anam, card number 76, and the ARVN are up to play first on it. We're using the eligibility. Is the current event critical and effective? Looking on here, number 76. For the ARVN, it is critical, but is it effective? Okay, let's see what the event actually gives them. North-South rivalry lingers. NVA and VC -1 resource each per space with both. Patronage +2. I wonder if there's some special instructions for that particular card, considering that the ARVN, so the NVA and VC do not track resources. No, there isn't. Critical but effective. So they're going to gain 2 on the patronage, which on here says patronage adds or increases its class as effective. I would consider, but remember that we're playing without resources just because it's the bot. If this was a real game, they'd probably find that useful. So current event is critical. Yes, according to the chart. And effective. Yes, according to this chart. So they will play the event. I'd rather they did an assault, especially in here, but they've decided not to, so they play the event. NVA and VC -1 resource each per space with both, and patronage +2. Take that back to 16. So, well, they're a darn sight closer to winning than I am, so yeah, things can't be going too badly for them. Okay, that's over now to the NVA. Okay, second eligible. Active faction will be first eligible on upcoming critical event. They won't. ARVN's up. Upcoming critical event. Okay. Eligible chose OP and SA. Sorry, first eligible chose OP and SA. An event is performed. No, because the event was used. Will be first eligible on upcoming card. No. First eligible chose OP or, well, first eligible didn't choose OP or first eligible, so that's not available. So they will choose the OP and SA. They have no reason to pass, so they will choose the OP and special activity. I get to draw a card. And the first one up is NVA N. Okay. Are there 3d6 equal to less than available NVA troops? Okay. 16 NVA troops. Let's roll that then. 3, 5, 10. So is 10 equal to or less than the available troops? It is. 6 NVA troops in any space with coin troops or coin base. Well, there was until I did my attack. So the answer to that now, though, is no. So I need to flip this card. Okay, so card flipped. 8 plus NVA troops in a space outside the south. Again, there were, but now there are none outside the south. So they will do a rally activity. Okay. First step, place bases where 3 plus NVA guerrillas. Well, we don't think there are any spaces with 3 plus NVA guerrillas. No, there are not. Select spaces using place guerrillas. Okay. Select spaces using place guerrillas. So bringing this chart up, let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe. Right, okay. So place guerrillas. Vulnerable NVA base. Depends what none of the bases are vulnerable because I've at least got one guerrilla on it. Is that enough to ensure it's not vulnerable? Now, base is only classed as vulnerable if it doesn't have any guerrillas that are inactive next to it. Okay. Most NVA bases, well, all 4 of those places have got 2 bases, so still can't differentiate. There's no Laos or Cambodia with coin control. ARVN's player coin control still doesn't apply. Most pop, none of them have got population. There's no VC bases. That one doesn't apply. Zero problem fuse, none of them got NVA, non-NVA pieces. So it's back to with the highest adjacent pop. We know that means 2 particular spaces. That is here and here. They both got 6 population. Okay, so randomly determined between those 2, the parrot's beak is 1 to 3. No, it's in southern Laos. So they will get guerrillas equal to number of bases plus the trail. So that's 5. Okay, and looking at that card on a 2. So 3, 4, 5, or 6, they will continue. They don't. So they just select space unite. So they only do the rally in the one space. Okay. They get through the trail for free. The trail's at 4. Wow. I'll do something for that. After that, select one special activity. Infiltrate place troops, leaving 2 NVA guerrillas. Okay. Well, that means they can only infiltrate in one space because all the rest of the spaces have only got 1 guerrilla. So they can only infiltrate here as well. The normal rules for infiltration are if place NVA troops up to trail plus bases. Okay, so 5 troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, as according to the card, leaving 2 NVA guerrillas. It says, and if desired, replace NVA guerrillas with troops. So they will replace, leaving 2 guerrillas, will replace these 4 just place guerrillas. With 4 more troops. They've travelled down the trail and then been given arms when they get down there. That looks quite worrying. That will conclude their play on that card. So, end faction play, end card play, or a card. Okay, so what we've got now. MacV. Okay, and I have first dibs on it because the VC are the second eligible on this card. So, do I want it? Let's see what it says. Military Assistance Command, Vietnam Spurs Coordination. Either US, then ARVN, or NVA, then VC, each executes 1 free special activity. Faction executing event stays eligible. Okay, so that means if I act on this card, the US and then ARVN can do a special activity. Faction executing event stays, and I would be executing the event, and I'll be able to stay eligible. Okay, that's an interesting choice. So I could do, do I want to do that? And if I don't do that, will the VC do it? 69, do the VC can see that as a critical? No. So they might do it, they might not. If I do it though, they will get a limb, an op, and will be able to probably hide these troops. So what can I do about these guys if I don't do the event? I could airlift into Tainin and then assault. I could airstrike into Tainin. If I assault, I potentially could use ARVN troops. There's quite a few of those boys around there. The US assault, pay to add. If I can get some of my boys in there, assaulting in jungle is 1 for 1. You can't do anything. We can't take out the base or this guy because we can't see him. It's unfortunate. But at least we can severely weaken them in Tainin. So the ARVN could do that by themselves, or I could send 1 troop in there, I say, using my airlift capability. So that's an option. I could also airlift into here. But I don't want to leave this base too vulnerable, so I'm going to leave at least 2 US troops because there's quite a few NVA sitting around here. So I could airlift 2, 1 into here, 1 into here, then the US assaults there, and then the US leads an ARVN assault here. Potential. Anywhere else, I could do an assault here, get rid of that piece, get rid of 1 of those. Ooh. Potentially I could get rid of all 3 of those. Now, assaulting in Highland without a US base is 2 for 1, or 1 for, sorry, 1 for every 2. So that would actually require 6 pieces. So 2 US pieces in there We could take out binding completely. I can't see any real benefit in me taking the event, so I am going to choose op and special activity. So the question is, which special activity? Now, I've said airlift provisionally, because that allowed me to move troops quite quickly. I can redistribute any used troops and up to 4 irregulars, rangers, or ARVN troops among selected spaces. So if I did an airlift from here, I've got between 4 spaces. So I could lift one into here. Getting rid of those 4 is important. Getting rid of that is also important. Now we've got 4 pieces here. I'll get rid of 2. So just need 2 more pieces in this area. The airlift allows me to move 4 irregulars, rangers, or ARVN troops among the selected spaces. So if we have that as a second selected space, that's the third selected space. Now, yes, because using the ARVN troops here means I won't be able to use them here. Only use the ARVN in one space, which will cost the ARVN 3 resources. Yeah, they've got more than enough. They've got 47. So here I'd need to get, if I was going to use those 3, I only need to get 2 more Americans in there. If I'm not going to use those 3, then I'd need to get 6 or 5 more Americans in there. Can I get 5 more Americans? Here, if I just get 4 Americans in there, they can take that out. And then I can use that space by getting 2 Americans. That's a total of 6 Americans. I've got 3 I can move from here. I really do want to keep at least one there. 3 from there. And 2 from here. So make that the 4th area. Then getting rid of the base here. Using the ARVN to assault, so I need to get 2 pieces into this area. And here, I need to get 4 Americans. Okay, let's do that then. So 1, 2, 3 there. Allowed to move up to 4 coin pieces. ARVN. All right. Take these 2 here. 1, 2. So that would give me enough to assault in Bindin. As I'm moving into here, I can move some ARVN out. We've got 4 ARVN pieces. We haven't moved any yet, so let's do that. 1, 2. Put the other US in there. So those 4 US will be assaulting there. That gives me a little bit of protection here now. Back up the north, let's have a quick look there. Right, I think that's my airlift. So I've got 3 plus 3, yeah. That'll be the space I'll do the US assault. Well, with the ARVN. Can't use those ARVN there, but those 4 US can take out those. Right. Okay, so that's the airlift complete. Now the actual assaults. Okay. So we're going to do an assault here. Assault there. Assault here. And here. Okay. So when it comes to assault, each base will be 1 active enemy piece for each US troop cube. 2 for 1 if US base, or only 1 for every 2 if Highland, without a US base. In one of the spaces, if desired, pay to add an ARVN assault. Right, well, that's the one that's happening. So here the US go in, they take out these 4 active guerrillas. Okay. Then in here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 for 2. Take out everything there. Okay, that costs 3 resources because the ARVN were involved. And plucked up, we have these 2 troops. They take out this 1 active VC. And here we've got 1 troop that can take out this active VC. Okay, that concludes my assault and airlift. I would like to have done an airstrike, especially regarding this trail. That's getting nasty. But I thought that was a good opportunity to weaken the VC. Will that force them into a rally activity? They got hurt a little bit there. So, well, we'll see in a moment. They're coming up next. So then faction play. Okay. So the VC. The second eligible. Active faction will be first eligible on upcoming critical event. Well, they're not. They're going to be the last on this particular card. First eligible, so op plus SA. An event is performed or critical and effective. Okay, so this card 69 for the VC is performed. Is it effective? It allows them to do a special activity. So a VC operation, special activity, or LIMOP. That's a comma. So it's allowing them to do a special activity. So it does have an effect. They will play the event. Okay. Okay, I had to check the rules to see what, how they would choose just a special activity, because this card gives on here NVA, then VC each executes 1 free special activity. Faction executing event stays eligible. Okay, So I need to put that there. They're going to be eligible on the next card. So I just checked in the actual Tru'ng rules, and it does say basically just draw a card as per normal, and they will activate on that. So the special activity, but not the operation part of it. So I've just drawn VC card X, which means I think because it did say the NVA go first, so it's NVAQ. 2d6 available gorillas. Just rolled 9. Just following the path here for determining which special activity they're going to do. So currently there are 14 available gorillas. So is that number equal to less than the available gorillas? It is. Plus 6 plus NVA troops in any space with coin troops or coin base? No. Flip the card. There's NVAQ. They rally. But that's the operation, so they don't do that, so they just do an infiltrate. 3d6 available NVA troops. Oh, there's only 7 NVA troops. So let's see. 3, 8, 12. That's no longer true. So they don't infiltrate, because that number is higher than the amount of NVA troops. So they don't infiltrate, they bombard using remove. That's something new. Okay. So let's have a look at the bombard. It's the first time we've done it. A special event. Purpose, reduce adjacent enemy forces. Completes any mission. Location, 1 or 2 spaces, each with at least 3 US and or ARVN troops, or a US ARVN base, and with or adjacent to space with at least 3 NVA troops. Procedure, remove 1 US or ARVN troop cube from each selected space. US to casualties. Okay. So there are a fair few of these. Well, there's 3 of them, isn't there, available? Yes. So we'll mark them. Now, only 2 of these do it. So we'll find out which 2. Use a card using remove. That will be a couple of this. Remove or replace. There we go. Laos or Cambodia, no Laos or Cambodia with coin control. City or province in South Vietnam without NVA. Well, they've all, none of them got NVA control. ARVN is a player, coin control. Yes. Most pop. Most population. Okay. So that's got 2 population. That's got 2 population. So there's a few targets here. There. There. They've all got 2 population. And so is that one. There's got to be at least 3 NVA troops, and there's got to be places where there's 3 US or NVA. So those look like the targets. This has only got 1 population, so it's not a viable target according to that space list so far. Going on down. City or province with the fewest non-NVA pieces. Fewest non-NVA. That's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's got 5. None of those have got more than that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's the first target, frame 3. So with the actual operation, the bombard, 3 US and or ARVN troops. US troop goes to casualties, taken out by a bombardment. One more space then. So that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, any further differentiation? We've looked at that one, select at random. Okay. 1 to 3, it's down there. 4. Okay. Up here. So there's US and there's ARVN. Which cube do they take? They'll most likely take the US, but there is a table, as far as I remember, pieces priorities. US NVA ARVN. So it's telling me it will all take the US cube first. Okay. I've got some losses. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so that's their special activities done. We'll end that faction pay. Then we'll look at the VC doing special activity. So looking for a card for them. And we've got the first card is VCV. Okay, VCV. Right. Underground VC guerrillas in any space not at active position. The answer is yes, even in Quentin's not active position. 3d6 available VC pieces. Okay, not sure how many is available, so let's have a look. There are 17 available. 3d6. 7, so the answer to that question is yes. So they rally, which they don't do, but they do a special activity next to it. Okay. 2d6 is greater than agitate total. Okay, so the agitate total currently is 6. So 2d6. That's a 6. 2d6 is greater than agitate total. No, it's not. So they don't agitate. They subvert. Remove 2 ARVN, replace 1 ARVN. So the first option is removing 2 ARVN. Okay, let's have a look. Not sure if we've done subvert, so let's have a look at subvert. Take over ARVN unit, accompanying a rally, march, or terror. Location 1 or 2 spaces each with an underground VC, guerrilla, and any ARVN troops or police. Proceed to each space, remove 2 ARVN cubes or replace with a VC guerrilla. -1 patronage per 2 ARVN pieces removed, round down. Okay, so is there any spaces where there is guerrilla and ARVN? Is there? Where else? Troops or police. This has just got a ranger. There is here. Any more than 2 spaces? It looks like it's the only 2 spaces. And they'll do it in 1 or 2 spaces. Looking at the card, remove 2 ARVN in each space. That means we'll replace 1 ARVN. As each of those 2 spaces only has 1 ARVN, they will replace. So he will be removed. turned to available and replaced with the gorilla. I'll use the where's VC? There we go. And down in here, okay, so effectively they've, as the title of it says, subverted. Right, 2 pieces went back to here, so the patronage drops by 1 for every 2. And that's their special activity done. End faction play, end card play, and draw a new card. So we've got 3 factions that can be working on a new card, none of which is me. So we'll pause there at that point. So if you've enjoyed what you've been watching, please click like and subscribe if you've not done so already. Any comments, much appreciated. Till next time, bye.